music's gonna demonetize us, by the way.
That's what it is.
You guys are just now stopping in. We are at the ribbon cutting for the Fluffy exhibit at the National Comedy Center. Should be coming out here any moment.
There's nobody here.
You want me to hold your phone?
I'm going to take all that phone.
Thanks for stopping in, y'all. Fluffy will be out any moment. As y'all can see, there's mad people out here.
Love it!
What's up, nobody? As you can see, y'all, these people are hyped. They're ready for Fluffy. Thanks for stopping in, y'all. We're all just waiting for Fluffy to come out. Just to recap again here, guys, we are here for the ribbon cutting for Fluffy's new exhibit at the National Comedy Center in Jamestown, New York. So Gabriel Iglesias will be coming out here, and now we're just waiting. Thanks for the likes, y'all. Appreciate everyone liking the video.
Yeah, you know the bus stop. Alright, we'll stay here. I'll be back. So you know how much there's stairs. So yeah, just behind like. Or you're by the big chair. You see, wait, actually.
Let's do the entrance.
Over there.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what's gonna happen.
Here we go, y'all. Here we go. All right, y'all. We got the VIPs rolling in.
Yeah, go keep going like this. You go to like the bus stop and there's like stairs.
Mad turnout here, y'all.
Hello, Jamestown! How's everybody's fluffy day so far here at the National Comedy Center? Nice. The program will begin shortly, but we have plenty of standing room over here on the right if anybody wants to make a way over here. There's a great viewpoint, so if anybody wants to shift over here, we have plenty of room over here, stage right. So please go ahead and make your way there, and we'll begin shortly. Thank you.
Guys.
I saw that in the chat. Someone named Nobody said hi.
Yeah, I said hi back. I don't know if they heard me earlier. It was loud earlier, but if you didn't, what's up, nobody?
That's funny.
Yeah, and just so you guys know, me and Amanda are both mic'd up, so you should be able to hear us pretty clearly.
Hello, Jamestown! This is a great crowd. Welcome, everyone, to Fluffy Day at the National Comedy Center. Yes, it sounds like the opening line of a joke. How do you get 2,000 people to come to Jamestown with just 48 hours notice? You know the answer. The answer is Fluffy, 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 Fluffy. Well, this isn't a joke at all. It's a testament to Gabriel Iglesias' incredible connection with his fans and the power of comedy to bring people together. I want to welcome Gabe's fans, of course, some of whom came from as far as Tennessee for this today, as well as to welcome the community of foundations, donors, supporters, and philanthropists whose dollars and support built this, the nation's first ever nonprofit world-class museum for this art form. Some might call this Gabe's induction into the National Comedy Center, but the truth is that Gabe's extraordinary work has been showcased in our museum since we opened, and he's long been a vital part of comedy's story. This is more than an induction into the official, congressionally designated National Archive for Comedy. It's a celebration, a recognition of a milestone in comedy history, depicted here behind me, and it's a tribute to an artist whose impact continues to grow. Gabe flew for 21 hours 2 days ago to return from shows in Kuwait, Abu Dhabi, and Bahrain. He barely had time to step foot in his home, sleep for a few hours, only to get right back on a plane to come to Jamestown, New York the next day. Yeah, that is why he's the GOAT. What I observe about Gabe is that Gabe knows people. He sees them. He sees you. He sees all of us for what we are and speaks to our joys, our frustrations, our furies, our pains, our passions. He takes the human experience, our shared human condition, and writes comedy. I choked up telling him this last night. He writes, oh, I will, don't you worry. He writes comedy around every aspect of it so that we can get through it. Gabriel has always sought to unite rather than divide. He's erred on the side of being comfortable, busting chops versus having a thin skin, as you well know. And Gabe is fan-focused. Gabe doesn't say, get me a private viewing of the exhibit. I'll do a ribbon cutting in front of the cameras and then I'm on the road straight to the next gig. No. He says, come one, come all, and the more the merrier. And look what happened. Let's hear it for you all for showing up today. Just 2 months ago, Gabe left his handprints in cement at the iconic courtyard of the TCL Chinese Theater in Hollywood, joining generations of Hollywood legends. And now he's here with us at the nation's cultural institution for comedy. Live comedy has never been a bigger or more competitive business. And it's never before demanded so much innovation from the artists that are at its vanguard. Fluffy is at the very center of this ecosystem. He is one of the most successful touring comedians of all time, and he has built one of the most enviable brands in entertainment. He's a model of persistence and the alchemy that happens when an authentic voice connects deeply with an audience. This exhibit is commemorating the moment when Gabe walked on stage at Dodger Stadium as LA's hometown hero, but also a moment that will go down in history as a rare feat. Only a handful of comedians have headlined stadiums, and Gabe was the first to sell out Major League Baseball's largest venue. Don't forget, he also sold out Madison Square Garden and the Sydney Opera House. I could go on. And that's because Gabe is one of contemporary comedy's most skilled storytellers, finding ways to make simple and relatable the complexities of the human experience. And that's why his work strikes a chord with so many. And for decades now, with remarkable consistency, he's been meeting all of us right where we are and holding up a mirror. Let's not forget, Gabe was in the trenches for years and years before social media and content platforms like Netflix rewrote the story of comedy. He logged tens of thousands of hours in front of unforgiving audiences in tiny clubs, posting his own flyers on telephone poles before he became a household name. And the fact that he evolved right along with the technology and industry has been an innovator at every turn is maybe the most amazing and least often credited part of his story. To find staying power for nearly 30 years as a stand-up is exceedingly rare. And to do so when those years happen to include a total overhaul in the ways that comedy is made and consumed makes it even more remarkable. It's hard to stay in the game for so long at the highest levels. I've heard Gabe say a few times following his Dodger Stadium sellout that he wondered if he had hit his peak and should retire then and there. Of course, he had too much more to say and too much passion for this craft to hang it up, thank goodness. And now he's headed right toward a new milestone, en route to selling out SoFi Stadium, a whopping 70,000 seats on March 21st, 2026. Get tickets while you can. But despite all the accolades and record-breaking milestones, with Gabe, the best is always yet to come. And we're so honored to be part of his story as it continues to unfold. So all I have left to say is, I get pulled over one night, 2 minutes after coming out of a Krispy Kreme drive-thru. Do you see this? That's right, fast forward a bit, do it with me. You know why I stopped you? It was too easy. I picked up the box and I said, all right. So that bit, which I didn't do justice to, I know, is now over 20 years old. And I'm pleased to announce here today that to commemorate next year's forthcoming SoFi Stadium milestone, the National Comedy Center will be adding the Krispy Kreme bit to our comedy karaoke experience. So you can all come back and do that.
Awesome.
And now I'm honored to welcome a special guest. Ron de Blasio is here with us today. A veteran, woo! Yes, veteran entertainment executive, luminary, and producer, whose legendary career work includes his work with Richard Pryor and Freddie Prinze, among others, and who now serves as a close mentor, advisor, and friend to Gabe. Ron, would you like to say a few words before we cut the ribbon? All right, please give me a warm welcome for Ron de Blasio.
Thank you very much, Shirley. I don't know what else I can add. I think you said everything. I just want to add a few words of knowledge. I've represented and worked with two of the artists that are represented here in this wonderful museum. There's Richard Pryor and George Carlin. They're considered the top of the ladder as far as stand-up comedy is concerned. I put Gabriel Iglesias right in there, up there with these two guys. Gabe is loved. Gabe is respected. Gabe respects his audience. Gabe has done a wonderful job in doing stand-up. Gabe has done a wonderful job in bringing audiences and people together. Gabe has also done a wonderful job in moving comedy to where it is right now. He was probably the first comic that started doing merch. Okay? He now has one of the biggest merchandising organization of any comic in the business for sure, and rivals any of the great musical artists that also sell merch. But that's just part of the innovation. The thing of it is, with Gabe, there's a similarity between him and Lucille Ball. I did know Lucille Ball. I spent some time with her. She was a very, very smart, very, very gracious, and very, very hardworking entertainer. She absolutely knew what she wanted, and she fought for it at all time. Remember, she started off as being a contract player for RKO Studios, and ended up owning and buying the studios, and called them Desilu. Okay? Gabe is very similar to that. He will take on any challenge. He will make sure that everything is perfected. If you've ever gone to any of Gabe's concerts, you'll take a look at the screen and the set before he comes on. You think we're in the beginning of a Broadway show. I mean, you got those wonderful speakers. You got big screens up there, and there's a festivity to it. He gives you the entertainment, and then he comes on and really gives and knocks it off the block. The fact of the matter is that when you are an entertainer and you take it as passionately as Gabe does, you want to emulate the best. He has emulated the best as far as comics, other comics are concerned. He is emulated the best as far as Lucille Ball and hardworking people such as that. There is a great appreciation between audience and performer. Gabe has sought to make sure that the audience is always first. If you've ever gone to a Gabe concert, you know that he probably has some of the lowest ticket prices than any other comic in the business. You also know that when you ever see him on the street or run into him and you've got a camera, you walk up to him and say, "I'd like to take your picture," he will take the picture. Very, very few entertainers do that. The empathy is for the audience. The audience gives that empathy back to him as well. he belongs in this wonderful, fantastic, unbelievable institution that you have in this wonderful city. It is a testament to him. The place is a testament to every other hardworking comedian at this point. And what they have done for comedy is absolutely outstanding. Gabriel Iglesias firmly belongs in this building. Thank you.
Let's hear it again for Ron de Blasio, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Ron, and it's been an honor to tour you through the museum today. And now, the man you've all been waiting for. Give a warm Jamestown welcome to Gabriel Fluffy Iglesias!
Thank you very much. I don't know if you guys are excited that it's me or that you didn't pay to see me. Thank you. We're here to celebrate this incredible parking spot that I earned. Thank you to Ron. Thank you, Journey. Oh man, I was back there like, wow, man, we're running for office. This is a treat. This is an incredible honor. I was here a couple years ago, next door at the arena, doing a show, and this was after we took a tour here of the Comedy Center, and I remember talking to Journey about the idea of, what can I do to contribute to this incredible thing called the Comedy Center? And, it's one thing to have your name on a wall, it's another to have a poster or maybe even the shirt that I wore in a special, but when I noticed that, man, this place isn't just pictures. There's stuff here, there's energy, there's things that comics over the years, bless you, COVID right there. Still alive, people. There's a lot of incredible energy in this building, taken from some of the things that have been touched by some of the comedy greats. It's not just stand-up, it's comedy. It's whether it was sitcoms or films, directors, writers. I love the fact that there is a place like this that dedicates everything to comedy. I've visited venues before where they have a little corner where they might highlight something, but the fact that this place is exclusively about comedy, it's about time as far as I'm concerned. What I really appreciate is that anytime you go to a museum, it's always look, but don't touch. And here it's yeah, you're welcome to touch and experience, and you see a pile of papers in a corner. What's in that pile? They're notes. I wish I could see those notes. Here you can. Here you can hear stories and see videos and interviews of from 50 plus years ago, which I think is incredible. Even if you're not a fan of comedy, to come here, you will learn and you will see that, man, I've been missing the boat. And so to have this honor of being part of something so amazing, and I've been talking to people about, so what do you think, you coming to Jamestown? And it's like, well, what's wrong with Jamestown? Well, it's small and it's rural and it's out there. And I'm like, yeah, I don't live here. I'm just visiting. The fact that this place was made with the energy of a Lucille Ball, I think is incredible. Yeah. Huge testament. Her legacy continues to grow, because without her, this isn't here. And we're just having conversations. There is no Comedy Hall of Fame. There's none. Somebody owns the rights to the name, but they're being dicks about it. And when there's a will, there's a way. And they found a way to still create something that highlights comedy. And so the fact that this place is here, of course I came here. And I brought a bunch of friends with me, because I said, I don't want you to just come and watch me cut a ribbon and here's the card. No, I want you to come experience this incredible place firsthand so you can tell other people about it. That's why we wanted to have this event here today, and I wanted to invite everybody to come out, and I wanted to make sure there was no charge. I wanted to make sure that you got to come here, say hello. If you want to take a picture, cool, get an autograph, great. But come walk inside and see what's in your town. Look at this place is incredible. And as soon as you go inside, you'll tell more people about it. We want this place to grow and be here for a very long time. If not, I want my car back. So I appreciate being here today. And yes, it was a long flight. You probably hear my dog back there. She's mad. It was a very long flight. We were doing shows in the Middle East. And of course, people were like, really? You go there? Yeah, we go everywhere. And let me just tell you, comedy is one of those things that brings people together. It doesn't matter what your political views are. It doesn't matter what your idea of life is. Humor is a beautiful thing that just brings people and dogs together. It's something special. So as long as I still feel like I got some gas in the tank, no pun intended, I'm going to continue to go out there. And the new goal is, I'm sure you heard, is for next year, SoFi Stadium. I'm performing alongside another comedy, who I consider a great friend, Mr. Joe Coy. The two of us are doing a show together. And I think the beauty of us working together on this is that I want other comics and other entertainers to see that two people who are basically at the peak of their game can still come together to do something greater. And hopefully that night, March 21st of 2026, will one day be featured here as well. So thank you all very much for allowing me to be here. I'm gonna hang out. Anybody wants pictures or want me to sign something? I'll be inside next to this car. And yes, just so you know, the story behind this bus behind me, it's a single cab 1958 Volkswagen bus. Started off, when I bought it, when I first bought the car, I was catfished. Someone sent me a photo of a car that looked great. And then when it showed up, the body was in the shape of basically a question mark. It was tweaked out. The body was held together with license plates. I'm not joking. They used license plates to hold the body together of the bus. It was horrible. And I love the fact that the story behind that bus is it showed up and it was garbage. It should have been in a junkyard. And my friend Henry Marcheno, who's here today, which I think is also cool because it's a testament to how he's a gifted artist. This man has built my collection of Volkswagens. He's a super huge comedy fan and a Volkswagen enthusiast. And I says, man, check this out, bro. I think this is awesome because we both did something that is now being featured in a museum. And even though he didn't bring his kids, one day, hopefully. Henry, where you at? I just want to know, where you at, bro? Henry, right over here. Yeah, there you go. So the fact that he took a pile of garbage and turned it into this work of art that I drove out on stage at Dodger Stadium in front of one of the biggest comedy shows of all time, I think is incredible. And I want to thank you, Henry, for making that happen. And now we both got a piece right here inside. In addition to that, I had a chance to bring out a few friends. You could take time to acknowledge everybody, but you're going to meet them. They're all here. They're just, they got the good seats. But having Ron, I don't know where Ron's at, but every time I hear you speak, you are inspiring. Everything he said up here, by the way, I didn't see any notes. That man just off the cuff. Like, he has an incredible vocabulary. He reminds me I didn't finish school. But I thank you, Ron. It's very touching because you have worked with everyone. So that means a lot. It really does. Well, that being said, you guys, I could keep talking forever, but we got a lot of people here, and I want to make sure I can say thank you personally to each and every one of you that is willing to come inside and say hello. So thank you, Journey, and how about we do this ribbon cutting and...
Oh shit, is he gonna run with him?
Oh, you're gonna take... And by the way, Ron, I would like you to be part of this. I want you to be part of this. This is so cool. All right, Just union run. Let him.
Those don't look like safety scissors.
You're not lying, that's sharp.
I'm just going to ask Gabe to be on stage. That's real. Hold it and look up. All right, that's like an elephant. Yeah. And then let's cut it.
Ron, get in here. Ron, get in here. Come on, Ron, help me out.
Yeah.
Fluffy, 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 Fluffy.
Are we gonna wait live for or should we come back?
All right, y'all. So that was it. We're still live streaming here while we get out of here. Thanks for stopping in, everybody. Thanks for the likes.
One. Oh. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Hi. I thought it was done, but I'm not. What's up? What words of wisdom do I have for young comedians? That's really tricky because the advice that I have is not youthful advice. Comedy's ever changing. The platforms are ever changing. When I first started in 1997, by the way, there's like, when I started back in the 90s, that's like a long time ago. There was no social media. There was no MySpace. There was no Facebook. There was no Snapchat. There was none of that. All we had was talking face to face. And I would promote my shows through either television, radio, mostly flyers because I couldn't get on television, radio. So now, the youth, as far as the future of comedy, has everything at their fingertips. So my advice to you is, you don't need Hollywood in order to get your word out, to get your thing out there. You can do everything on your own because you have all that power in the palm of your hand on a phone. So my advice to you is, don't waste it. And don't make excuses why you can't do something because the only thing holding you back is you. So.
Good advice.
That sounded mean. The youth. Anyway. All right, Journey, I'm going back inside.
Thank you. Thank you, Gabe. All right, just to let you all know, Gabe is going to stick around, so there's no need to rush. If you have not yet had your chance to meet and greet Gabe and get your photo, we're going to form a line in the next 10 minutes, but there's no need to rush. And that line's going to form where the velvet ropes are located, over where I'm pointing. And for the rest of you, we encourage you to enjoy the museum. We're going to keep the National Comedy Center Museum behind me open until 7 p.m. And to get back inside, we encourage you to take the staircase at the far end of this plaza. There's also an ADA elevator, but it's all at the far end of this plaza where the woman in magenta is waving. Thanks everybody for coming out. Great day in Jamestown.
Hey guys, if you guys are gonna, no repeaters for the pictures, please. No repeaters, please give everybody a chance to get a picture.
All right, y'all.
Please, no repeaters, all right? We'll catch you.
You wanna go this way?
We got
I was
8
gonna
No, we gotta go that
back
way,
through
huh?
here.
All right, guys, we gotta get back through this crowd so we can get out of here. There's mad people in here. Thanks for stopping in, y'all. Thanks for the likes.
We will have a full vlog coming soon. I think we mentioned at the beginning, but anyone who didn't hear that, we will have a full vlog coming soon.
Yep.
So make sure you're
Oh, a pirate.
subscribed so you don't miss out on that.
Yep. Yeah, make sure you guys are subscribed. Make sure you're liking the video if you guys dug this. That long form will be out, I don't know, like within the week or so.
You can flip it around real quick if you
Yeah,
want to.
let's flip it around. Bow.
Wow.
Bow.
We did get an autograph already, so
Yeah.
we're not going to go back in. We got a
Yep.
picture.
Yeah,
it's going to
we-
be posted on social media if you haven't already seen it. I think it's this thumbnail actually, but
Yeah.
either way, we're super excited. Today was awesome, guys.
Yeah, this was crazy. We're super hyped that he came out here. We love seeing people just bringing light to Jamestown,
Yes.
bringing people to Jamestown. Like, man, that's a wild turnout. And like he said, that's always what Lucy wanted, to make this like a comedy hub, a big spot where we can all celebrate comedy. So this has been great. We're glad to see this. We hope more things like this happen out here. And if they do, we're gonna try to come out here and get the content for you guys.
Yes.
And we're doing vertical live streams, we're doing shorts, we're doing long form vlogs sideways so you can watch them on your TV, like TV.
Yep.
TV. All right, guys. Anyway, thanks for stopping in. Again, thanks to everybody that liked this video. You guys have a good night.
Peace out.
Peace out, dude.